Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's look's gonna be inspired by mermaids. I absolutely love this look and I wanted to do something bright and fun before I start doing the dark and fall makeup looks that I absolutely love. So I hope that you guys enjoy this look. If you do, please thumbs it up, subscribe, share it if you can. Let's get this video started. I'm going to start off by priming my lids, and I'm using JennisseMakeup eyeshadow primer in Sand. Personally, this is the first time that I use it, and I wasn't extremely impressed with it, so I would definitely go back to my Painterly paint pot, but it's all about preference. I just always have to give you guys my honest opinion. Now I'm taking my matte fluid line brow gel. This is the stuff that I use on my eyebrows. I love that it's so versatile and I can use it for various things. And I will be applying this using the E05 by Sigma. I really love this brush because it's really nice and pointy and I can get very precise. As you can see, I'm drawing out a line right by the crease area. I am going slightly above my natural crease to make my eyes appear bigger and like I have more of a lid space. So especially for those of you that have like more of a hooded eye, this is a great way to make your eyes appear more awake, more open, and bigger. Go ahead and blend it out slightly just so that we don't create a harsh line, especially because MAC fluid line can dry out very harsh, and if you don't blend it out, I mean, it's there to stay and it'll be a lot more difficult to blend it out later. So just be light-handed and blend it out very, very slightly. And as you can see, I am blending it out a little bit more on the outer half and making it a little more defined and thinner as we head into the inner half. Now I'm taking a dark brown eyeshadow that's matte and I'm applying it using Jenny Pattinkin's Pinpoint Liner Brush. It's a very small detailed brush. You can use any brush that you have that's very small and detailed, and just go ahead and blend this out slightly. And as you can see, I'm being very light-handed, and you want to do little by little instead of packing on a whole bunch, and then it'll be a lot more difficult to blend out later. So definitely take your time with this. And as you can see, I'm going a little bit thicker on the outer half like I said earlier, so do the same thing with the eyeshadows. Now I'm taking a much lighter brown tone and I'm applying it using Jenny Pattinkin's Flat and Fluffy Eye Definer Brush. I'm just applying this right over the dark brown eyeshadow just to create a nice transition and blend this out. So you want to go ahead and take your time with this. It does take a little bit of time, especially when you're working with darker colors, so just be patient and blend, blend, blend. For my highlight, I am using MAC Vanilla. I will use this for a highlight and also to blend out any harsh lines that I created along the way. I will clean my line using my MAC Painterly paint pot and just applying this right on my lid. It does create a little bit more of a base for the pigments as well, so this will work out great. You definitely want to use a brush that's small, flat, and a little bit stiff so that you can use the point of it to kind of clean up this line and make it nice and sharp. Now I will be taking my MAC mixing medium and I will be applying this to my pigment to create a creamy consistency, and it makes the pigments also more intense and more vibrant. I'll be taking this beautiful pigment by Inglot. It's in the number 111 and I will be placing it to the inner and lower 1/3 of my lids. This is just a really beautiful pink, light pink color that's really shimmery, sparkly. And what I'll do is I'll apply it wet, but then I'll also apply it a little bit dry right over it just so it appears a little more intense and a little more sparkly. This is one of their new collections. I believe it's called Stardust. It does have various colors that I absolutely love. The next pigment is number 112 and I will be applying it using the same method right after that light pink color, and then what I'll be doing is packing it on, but then also kind of mixing right where they meet. You want to blend it out just so that it creates a gradient effect and it's not like a harsh transition. You want it to be a nice smooth one, so go ahead and work with them. Then I'm applying this beautiful teal color. It's number 114, and like I said, you just want to go ahead and just lightly blend right where they meet so that you create a nice gradient effect. Go ahead and pack it on dry as well to make it look a little more vibrant. So now I'm taking my favorite color from the bunch. This one is number 113 and I am applying it to the outer 1/3 of my lid. And again, I'm using the same method, applying a little bit of wet product and then applying a little bit of dry just to really bring out the colors. This is just gorgeous, and I think this collection was my true inspiration for the whole look, which was the Mermaid, and I just love it. I'm going to use the exact same method for my lower lash line. Then with a small detailed brush, I will go back and clean up my crease. I'm spraying just a little bit of MAC Fix fluid just so that everything sets nicely. I'm also applying my Chanel eyeliner in Clair. You can also apply a white one if you have that handy. Next, it's eyeliner, and I'm using MAC's Fluid Line in Black Track using a detailed eyeliner brush. I will be applying this. I went for this because the pigments are a little bit chunky and loose, and this was the perfect product for this. I will be extending it on the inner and outer corners to make my eyes appear bigger and longer. Then I will apply a couple of coats of mascara, although I don't need very much because of my dramatic eyelash extensions. For some reason this part got deleted, but for my lips I am wearing my MAC Cosmetics lipstick in Snob and my lip liner from Mirabella Beauty in Bashful. And this concludes the look. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I promise the fall looks are coming. That is like my favorite time of the year, and I promise I will come out with some killer looks that are great for every day and also dramatic. Check me out on social media, follow me, and if you have the time, go by and check out my family vlogs where I post videos every single day, and I will see you guys really soon with more tutorials. Thanks so much for stopping by. See y'all soon.